Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sessions with Bobby. This is a very unique and I think a very good initiative by no other than Mentor Bobby, right? Who has started this series of events for us to learn from not just anyone, but experienced entrepreneurs. So if you're in this room, give yourself a pat on the back, no? That you are actually in the right room. Congratulations for being here to learn, especially during this pandemic. So welcome. I'd like to welcome everyone. So thank you for being here this morning. And we will have a question. So what will happen today is we are going to have one keynote speaker who will share to us about sales. So are you ready for that? And we'll have a portion for Q&A later on, okay? So before we start, I just want to point out a little, just to inform everyone that this session webinar will be recorded and for future reference, as well as hopefully you will give us consent to make use of these materials for photography, audio recording, and video recording, and for public or exhibition or reproduction by Michael Oy and Bobby's team with our team. So if you're good with that, let's move on. I'm just honored to introduce this person to welcome us and formally welcome this session. This person, he started this event during the pandemic, which I felt was really timely. In fact, we share the same mission of helping local entrepreneurs. What he mentioned here in his introduction, that what gets him out of bed every morning is that the chance to help others find their strengths, see opportunities that are previously unimagined, and together plan to achieve it. O, diba? So by profession, he is an electrical engineer who decided to quit the corporate world back in 2000 to pursue entrepreneurship. Now he provides training and coaching to business owners and executives on visioning, strategic planning, supply and value chain management, franchising, and general management. In short, he's your mentor for business. Completo. He is proudly married with 3 children, a daughter-in-law, and a granddaughter. Children live independently in Manila and Singapore. So, are you ready to formally open our learning session? Please help me welcome with a virtual applause our lead for the founder of this session, Mentor Bobby Cabero. Round of applause, please. Take it away.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. First of all, I'd like to thank all 27. I think there are 27 participants now, and I'm sure there's more coming in. I would like to thank you for deciding to spend your precious time with us this morning. I know you're all busy. I know that as entrepreneurs, there are so many things that are on your table right now. That's why it's such a privilege to have you here with us. So, for that introduction, Dave, thank you very much. Yes, I would like just to emphasize that I am also an entrepreneur, just like most of you. So therefore, I can understand your pain. I've started my consulting firm in the year 2000, and it was, I feel, going fine until this pandemic hit us. In fact, I remember clearly the day it was announced that we were all on lockdown. That was March 18. Why do I remember it? Because the following day was my wife's birthday, and we had plans of celebrating, and that one was really a bummer. I was in my client's office, we were talking and we were having a meeting, and then abruptly we were asked to go home because it's locked down already. So now what has happened is that pandemic caused me to react differently. And I'm sure, just like all of you, we did react also. And I think just like me, we initially, that was middle of March until about end of April, I was living in the fear zone, okay? So we didn't know what it was. We didn't know what COVID was. We didn't know how it was going to affect us. There was some hoarding, yes, again because of the uncertainty. There was a lot of complaining, and I did do complain a lot. Uh, Showed some anger, and then because of all the messages on Facebook and on the email, I kept on forwarding messages. I think I stayed in this zone until the whole month of March and April. And then I started realizing, come May, my birthday was in May. So I said, I need to transform. I need to leave the fear zone and start doing something. So what I did is I just started stop consuming harm. Actually, I logged off from my Facebook account because I just couldn't stand all the negativity. And of course, I introspecting. I was trying to find out. Growing 1 year older and then having all of those anxiety there, I think was not good. So I started thinking critically before acting, and I just resigned to the fact that the government, the medical institutions, and everybody is just doing their very best because nobody knows what COVID was, even in fact until now. So I was in that mode until about June, and then I decided I've got to do something very different. I moved into the growth zone, and because I had so much time on my hand, I decided why don't I just reach out to my friends, to my family, finding out how I can be helped. You know, I was very happy doing that because when I started calling people, I got also people calling me back. I had friends from Canada, from uh, Singapore who were calling me, just asking how I was doing. Okay? And I felt so relieved. So I said, let's go live in the present and show gratitude. With my wife, we went into this daily habit of praying the rosary and then hearing mass, which I think led me to start thinking and deciding what else that I could do. So that led me to forming this group, which we call the Sessions with Bobby. Uh, this was not entirely my idea. My partner in crime here is Jumbo, and I think he's in the room. Uh, because when we were talking to our friends, by the way, I also have a chat group with my mentees from the Kapatid Mentor Me program. And everybody was talking about what do we do, what do we do. So we decided to put up this uh, sessions with Bobby. We put up a Facebook, and then we said, let's have webinars. So the first webinar we had was last June 25, okay, July 25, wherein we featured four uh, entrepreneurs. They are all graduates of the Kapatid Mentor Me program. And we asked them to talk about how are they pivoting their business to the new normal. I guess that was a very successful event. In fact, I think some of you were there also. We hit a record of 40 participants that stayed with us until the end. But in fact, we went overtime, because there were 4 speakers. So after that, July 25, we followed with Dave on his talk about how to start a podcast. Again, also based on the results or based on the feedback that we have been getting, and based on the number of students that he was able to sign in for his podcast challenge, also it was a success. Again, there's another 40. So now we are here. So I'm very much influenced by this author, Simon Sinek. I don't know if you're familiar with him. When he said, start with why. So I developed a why statement, which I'm sharing with my group in the sessions with Bobby. and we said we need to work with together. We need to help each other because nobody knows what is the future. There's nothing certain in life. So the only way we can uh, continue to survive is by helping each other. Okay. So I'd like to welcome all of you to this sessions with Bobby. Okay. This is an exclusive mastermind group of entrepreneurs. We all believe in learning from each other and sharing their knowledge to others. This is an open invitation to all the entrepreneurs out there. If you are interested in joining us, please ring me up, send me an email, or better still, check our Facebook page. There are so much information there that we keep updated. And there also you will know when is the next series of uh, webinars. So with that, I say welcome to all of you. And I close with this saying from Zig Ziglar. And he says, if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. So good morning, everyone. And I take you back to...
Thank you for sharing to everyone why we even started this. Aren't you glad that we have this right now? By the way, my name is Dave Visayang Dako. I'm from Mindanilla, and I have a startup. Yeah, as mentioned by Sir Bobby, I have a startup mini outsourcing company that focuses on podcasting. So my role for today is simply to be your host. And if you have any questions, feel free to send them in the chat group, and we will take care of those. And if you have your questions later on, because we will have a dedicated time for Q&A later. So stay tuned, and maybe some open forum discussion after this. I believe we always do that right after our sessions. All right. So are you guys ready? So this speaker and the one who will handle our learning session today, I've met this guy way back in high school. Mga boss ko niyan dyan. Roland, di ba boss ko niyan? Hello. So now we're from Don Bosco, and it's amazing how you see someone back in high school. No, now we're just all about having fun, not really know what life is in store for us. But right now, I'm seeing this guy as an inspiration, leading this, having this own brand, his own company. And it's just amazing how that person. So this guy, I've learned about more about him in the past, what he's been doing for the past years, because we've interviewed him in a podcast. And I can tell tell you that he is a business owner with a strong face-to-face sales techniques and mastery. He learned it firsthand from not just Philippine standard, but Australian standards too. So he learned this from working in a company for several years in Australia with the company named Unite Marketing Ltd in Australia. So what fascinated me about this guy is that he was able to build a franchising business with his company, Zoom, with a 40 for the wheels, Zoom Auto Spa, right? And starting a franchising business is not that easy, if you are aware of that. And he has, over the years, learned about exceptional customer service, strategic thinking, and effective strategy execution. And of course, he not only has one brand, Zoom Auto Spa, but he also is the founder of Seth Marketing Agency. These companies have garnered awards and recognitions over the years. To note some of them, top 3 finalists of Next Gen in Franchising back in 2018. Business Excellence Award, Golden Globe and awardee in Golden Globe Philippines. And noted here, Best Product and Service as Most Trusted Car Wash Provider, Golden Globe again in 2019. So we are in for a treat, everyone. Are you ready to listen and meet our sales expert for today? So let's do a virtual round of applause to our distinguished speaker, Michael Uy. Take it away, Michael.
All right. Thank you so much for that introduction, Dave. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my sales and marketing webinar. Let me start off by congratulating you to be here investing your time. You do realize that most people will never do this. You know, the number one mistake most entrepreneurs and business owners make is trying to figure out themselves. And do you know why they do that? Two reasons. Number one is arrogance, and number two is ignorance. Ignorance meaning you just have no idea what is up ahead. You never knew that it could be very challenging. You think that because you have a product or a service, you can just post it online and people will just buy off from you. Or because you see your neighbor selling barbecues and because it is going really well, and you might think you can just set up another barbecue store next to your neighbor and expect a lot of sales. Now, arrogance, on the other hand, is thinking that you're just so great that you're just going to figure out on your own, knowing that 95% of businesses will fail in the first 5 years, and you're just gonna beat the odds. You see, that's foolish thinking. So I'm congratulating you because you already freaking won. You have invested in yourself by joining this webinar and will take action. Now, I'm not just hyping you up, but books, courses, webinars, mentors like Sir Bob here, those are the cheat codes to life. These are the cheat codes to business. And you have activated that cheat code of being here. Now, for the entire duration of us working together, I just wanted to let you know something. You are not alone, okay? I know that as an entrepreneur, you will get distracted. So please, log out from your social media at the moment, turn off any notification at this time, and just focus. Because I know that most of the things you have started, you haven't finished. But before we go into the action, we need to have a conversation about mindset. I understand you have limiting beliefs and maybe in the place of self-doubt. I just wanted to let you know that I'm no different from you. I was also an introvert myself. I remember every time that we will have a family gathering at home, I would just hide on my own room and just play computer games. But when I say I'm no different from you, I say that because I wanted you to believe in yourself. And stop looking for belief from your friends, from your parents, your relatives, and because they only knew what they know. They're not going to provide you that support that you're looking for. I know this because it's me in my true to life story, and I've learned everything from experience. I will not claim that I'm gifted with this talent or like a sales guru or whatnot, but this required me a really strong work ethic to be here. So what I'm really trying to say is to commit yourself and take action and practice every single day after what you have learned in this webinar. When I first got into the sales industry, I always felt annoyed when people say, sales? It's easy. It's just introducing your products or service to customers. Well, you see, it's funny that everybody says that they want to make more money or make more sales, but they don't actually practice sales. So inside of my company, even though I'm in a car cleaning industry, I always treat it as a sales company. And in order for me to teach my guys or my team the mentality behind it, we always go back to our core values. And I want to share it to you right now, how it can help you and your company as well. So here's my sales core values. You have to memorize my heart. Next, please. So number one, make it happen. Okay, don't make any excuses. The words always say you cannot do it, but you may have all the reasons in the world, okay, but just focus on the reason why you can. Number two, everything is your fault. Take responsibility. The second you blame on something else is the moment you give your control away. And number three, serve selflessly with the highest integrity and tell the truth all the time. Don't just think about yourself. You have to have a team, having that team culture of honesty if you really want to flourish as a company. Number four, show up with positivity, high energy, and laughing is not an option. It is a requirement, okay? So when you're working your company, it should be fun. and your team should have fun as well. It's not all work. Lastly, be world class, operate like it in everything you do. Sets you away from your competition and sets the bar up as well. All right, so the reason why I share this with you guys is that you can actually also print this where everyone can see it, or your sales team can see it and be run on every single day. Don't worry, I'm gonna provide you as well a copy of this. So, and I would be more appreciated as well that you can post it on your wall and get reminded every single day. So, for today's objective for today. So today is we're gonna learn how to create sales, how to increase sales, and how to multiply sales. Are you ready to learn? Nice. So now we go into our sales training. Before we go into our sales training, all right, you have to understand the value of being consistent. When we go through sales, everything is all about practicing. There's no such thing as a naturally born salesperson. So if you're not consistent enough, or if you're not practicing, you are setting yourself up for failure. Did you know that the person who is the safest in a time of recession or pandemic is just somebody who can actually sell, all right? And by the way, selling is not all about being pushy, forcing people to do stuff, overly aggressive sales pitch. It's all about caring and asking questions. So today, I'm going to make your sales process simple. So let's start with the intro. Okay, so next, please. So let's go to the sales process. So next, please. So intro. So in the intro, it is crucial that you catch your prospect's attention. And how do you do this? Okay, simply follow the C principle, or what we call SEE, okay? It's smile, eye contact, enthusiasm. Very simple, okay? But just so you know, smile sets up the mood, eye contact creates the trust, and enthusiasm attracts. Always remember, you have to have the three transfers. So there's a transfer of trust, transfer of energy, transfer of confidence. Okay, next please. So the transfer of trust, okay? Keep in mind that people will not buy if they don't believe you. Okay, you have to have that trust. You have to transfer that trust to your customers so people will believe in you and then they will buy off you. Transfer of energy. So let's go to the transfer of energy. So when people are excited, they buy it because people buy based on emotions, not logic. All right. And lastly is a transfer of confidence. So you are a mirror. People literally copy what you do. So if you feel uncomfortable, if you're monotone, then they're going to feel the same way too. But if you're confident, they're likely confident as well to buy out from you. So always remember that the sale is made when excitement exceeds resistance. So I'll give you an example on how I actually sell my products way back when I was in Australia, okay? Just imagine we're set up in a small booth outside the mall, okay? It's 38 degrees heat, like Australian heat, all right? It's really dry. Also I experienced like hail, like literally stones. Because of that, I've learned a lot as well from that, and the work ethic is there. It's just having that never give up attitude. So this is how we do it. Like in the introduction, we're going to talk to strangers, and this is how we do it. Like, hey mate, how are you? Okay, having a great day. Don't worry, I'm not gonna ruin it for you. Nothing so serious. You don't have to buy anything today. My name is Michael. We're just being asked to give everyone a free demo. That's it. Okay, so you have to let off their guard, because if you're trying to sell something, they're gonna give you all these excuses right away. But if you're trying to, if you're just showing them something, okay, just introducing something, and that would also let off their guard as well. So that's how I do the intro. So the short story, which is the second sales process. So after you catch your customer's attention, you need to tell a story that leads curiosity. Story matters, and people buy into the why of your story. Start with why, how, and what. So as previously mentioned by Mentor Bob, when we communicate with our customers, it should be we should be communicating starting with why. What's the purpose? How we do it, and what we are as a company. So this is how I actually communicate with my customers. We always believe that there's a convenient method of cleaning your vehicles at the mall or at the comforts of your home using waterless car wash technology. So see how I did there? So just have to reverse, and people will actually see, or they can actually feel what you are trying to say as well. So again, people don't buy what you do. People buy why you do it. If you want to close deals, all right, you need to demonstrate. You need to show, not tell. Cool? Next, please. So we go to the demo.
That one.
All right,
Okay.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Sorry.
AKA the sales presentation is the demo, okay? So when you're doing the demo, you need to qualify by asking questions. This saves you and your customers time all the time. And here's the steps on how to provide an effective sales presentation. Step number 1, okay? Let them know what are you going, oh no, let them know that you're not going to waste their time. For example, hey, Mr. Customer, I just want to let you know that I'm going to be short and get to the point because I know that your time is valuable and I don't want to waste it. So that I can actually save the most time and cater this directly to your needs and your business, do you mind me if I can ask you some questions? So what I'm trying to say here is you actually setting up your customers and that you are in control of the conversation. Step 2, qualify. So while you're doing your demonstration, while you're doing your sales presentation, okay, you need to qualify by asking questions too. So let's just take for example, hey, Mr. Customer, do you do much cleaning in the house? So it's a yes or no question, all right? So if they say yes, I'll do another line of question, which is, so what is the hardest part to keep clean? Or if they say no, but obviously you take care of your car, yes? Awesome. So in that way, you will be able to qualify them if they're really interested as well. So if they're really interested, then you can move on to the next of your sales pitch. Or if they're not, then saves you your time. You don't have to say the whole sales pitch, and then by the end of your sales pitch, people just say no to you. So it's kind of wasting your time. Let's move on to the step 3, which is you outline your features and benefits. So, but I'm still asking questions here. So let's just say, hey, Mr. Customer, do you hate it how you just went from the car wash, then it gets really dusted again after a few minutes? Now, people love our services because we apply a protection coating or a layer, which means dust will not stick as much in your car's surface, which also means it's less cleaning for you or going to visit us again. So what I'm trying to say here is I'm asking questions, but providing them answers, and then providing them the features and the benefits as well. So that's how I do my presentation. So let's move on to the closing part. It's actually my favorite. Okay, so closing. Let me tell you that sales are binary. You either made sale, or you either made money, or you didn't. Simple. Okay, it's amazing to me how many people getting from the sales demo, and when you ask them, so how's that sales demo go? And they turn around and say, oh, they're really good. And then you ask them, so did they pay? And they're like, no, but they're going to come back tomorrow. Or they're like, oh, good. Oh, good, they're just going to call me back again. Ladies and gentlemen, When someone tells you something like that, I'm in, but not now, I'll call you back, blah, 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 blah. What they're really telling you is to get lost. Okay. Now today, here's what we're going to focus, is asking for the close. So how can we ask for the money? I'll give you 4 ways to ask for the close today. And by the way, there's a lot of ways to close deals, depending on the situation. But what I'm going to teach you is what worked for me for the last 5 years, and I'm sure it will work for you as well. So close number 1, next please, is the silent close, okay? I'll give you an example. Hey, Mr. Customer, did you want to try the 1 bottle for 500 pesos? That's it. Okay, because you don't kill your own sales. Because most people, when asking for the sale, they're adding more words or a lot of words to it. They sounded like this. The price is 500 and but the truth is you can negotiate. Or if you have a very high value product or service, maybe quote unquote, maybe you can do an installment plan, blah, 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 blah. And you talk yourself out of a close. So the best thing that you ask for the sale, okay, is after you ask for the sale is just zip it. Okay, just zip it. Okay, don't tell anything. This is the silent close. All right, is the alternative close. You can use this line. Which one is best for you? So, for example, hey, Mr. Customer, do you want to try the 1 bottle or the starter package? Which one's best for you? And then, what do you do? What do you do?
Shut
You
up.
zip it, okay? Just shut up. All right. So you give your customer 2 options, okay? But when you do this, be very, very careful not to provide more than 3 options, because customer will tell you, oh, I have a lot to think about, blah, 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 blah. Because always remember, a confused mind will never buy. Let's proceed to the close number 3. Next, please. So close number 3 is the assumptive close, all right? So assumptive close sounds like this. Mr. Customer, assuming that the price is fair, would you like me or would you like to move forward right now? Okay. So this close is actually qualifying your customer if they're going to have issues with pricing. So if you're selling a high ticket sales or luxury items, for example, you may also use this line. Hey, Mr. Customer, well, if I could get the franchise fee for or under 200,000, would that be something you'd consider today? Or something like that. Or if you know that 90% that customer is actually buying your customer, your products or service, just get your receipt, okay? Just write their name, the orders, or you get your wireless card swiper right away. And then you'll be amazed that people just buy off it from you. Close number 4. Let's move on. Next, please. So close number 4 is the indifferent close. Okay? This is actually one of my favorites. So, for example, so, you want to buy it? So what I did there is just, I used that line, I look you in the eye, and I just nod. Okay? So your customers might think, wait, isn't there more attached to those words, or do you have any price comparison, blah, blah. It's amazing how it does for a conversation. Awesome. Do you like it? Cool. Do you want to buy it? Even customers are like, sure, I guess I buy it. Use this technique, guys. It shows that you're very confident and very indifferent as well. All right, let's proceed. So the part of the sales process is what we call the upsell, okay? go to the upsell, or what we call the rehash. So it actually means, remember, everyone has a sale hidden. This just means that you maximize each customer. You can use this line. Hey, Mr. Customer, are you allowed to spend blank or any amount? Okay. So for example, if I'm selling my product, it's worth 500 pesos. Okay. Hey, Mr. Customer, are you allowed to spend additional 300 pesos? And the customer will ask, yeah, why? Well, when you are, I'll give you the next bottle for only 300 pesos. So it's only 800 for 2 bottles. And you just maximize that customer as well. Or if you have noticed, in McDonald's, okay, the cashier will always ask, would you like to upsize your drinks, sir? Okay, they always ask you that as well when you order a value meal or something. But important strategy for upselling is never upsell if the customer is not yet committed to buy. Okay, you will lose that sale. You will come across very desperate and pushy. So get the commitment first, then upsell. So your assignment for today is that I want you to go back to your drawing board or your meeting room with your team or wherever, okay? I want you to role play with someone or your team and take a video and practice delivering your sales speech, okay? A reminder is that if you want to score more points in basketball, you have to practice shooting, right? Now, do you want to know the fastest way to improve your sales or your business right now? The answer is double your sales, okay? So for example, if you're generating leads and you're getting 10 leads a day, and out of those leads, you only get, or you close 1 on average. That's 10%. Do you want to double your business? Close 2 out of 10. If you do that consistently, then you just double your business. And what if you do 3 out of 10? Then you triple your business, right? Another tip is, what I can give you to you as well is your response time. How fast are you responding to your leads or to your inquiries? Okay? You need to get to the lead within 5 minutes. Anything beyond that, decrease your chance of getting that sale. So if you have an inquiry, call them or contact them in 5 minutes. Use a script. You practice, practice, and practice. Now, if you want to go, or before that, I'm just gonna show you in this picture, okay? You can see in this first picture above, it's me. We are set up in the mall, okay? But early in the morning, like 7:30, we're actually in the office, sharpening our skills in sales, practicing objection handling, expecting what customer will say to us, how we can actually catch their attention when we're out there, very hot or very cold, when it's raining, all of this, okay? We're practicing and practicing. So here in this quote, there's no such thing as a ₱1,000,000 idea, just a ₦1,000,000 execution, okay? Knowledge applied is power. So if you apply the skills or if you applied what you have learned in this webinar, then I'm pretty sure that you can actually master your sales skills and be more confident, and you can do whatever you want in life. If you want to go and improve faster or accelerate, specifically in sales, objection handling, positioning, proper tone of voice, and content, or if you're looking for additional training, okay? I do have a sales and marketing mentoring program that might interest you. You'll be part of the new Facebook group, and every week you will get tips from me and strategies about sales and marketing. Don't worry, it's optional, okay? But I'll give you a special prize because you joined this webinar today. You also get tips on how to run your Facebook ads or social media marketing. And by the way, you don't have to enroll in my program by no means at all. But having said that, do you want to buy it? This is a limited time offer, okay? It's pretty much 125 pesos per week. Okay, so for 500 pesos a month, you get access to me in my training program. And so if you're interested to learn more about sales and marketing, the strategies, techniques, or you need one-on-one mentoring, then join my mastermind group as well. So, okay, so you can contact me, you can email me, you can join my Facebook group, as well as my Facebook group as well, or Facebook page. Thank you so much once again. I hope everyone learned from it.
All right. How many of you have learned something today? And yeah, so we do have a couple of questions. So we're going to move on to our question and answer. And I think we're on time. Congratulations, guys, for being on time with our schedules. All right. So we have one question here from Eric. I don't know if Eric is still here. If you want to ask the question, Eric, do you want to do it? All right, go ahead.
Yeah, Mike. Since we are now doing online, so how can we, or what's the alternative of your C approach through online?
Good question. Yeah. So are you, quick question, are you answering through like a Facebook inquiry?
Yeah,
What
through
channel?
Facebook. Yeah.
Okay. Good question. Yeah. So with the C principle, okay, obviously you cannot see the customer cannot see you. So
Exactly.
what you're gonna do from that is that there's like a template, which I will be providing that as well on our mentoring program. But it actually goes to how you use your words when you're actually communicating your customers online. Okay, so having said that, when you try to communicate with them via Facebook or any platform, it's how you word your customers, how you communicate with them. So, for example, the greeting should be there. So it's not like very monotone with the customer. If the customer is how you say, if they say like HM, like how much, that's the usual jargon. So you don't just provide the the pricing right away. So what I will do with how I communicate with them is I give them the value, like the features, the benefits first, okay? And I put the pricing below. With the intro, obviously you have the greetings there, okay? Address by name, okay, very important. And pretty much, if you just say how are they this morning, this afternoon, it actually the customer will feel like, oh, this guy is actually cared how I do today. So something like that.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Did that answer your question, Eric?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for asking that question. Thank you, Mike, for answering it. So let's move on to our next question. We have here RR. So RR, take it away. Where
Hi,
is he?
hello, good morning.
Morning.
She pala.
Hi, Dave. Actually, it's okay. Hi, Roland, are you there?
Yes.
Hey, go ahead. Ask my question. He's my husband anyway.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yes, please.
Okay. Hi, Mike. Hi, Dave. Thank you so much for organizing this event. Actually, I learned a lot. So basically, my question is about Mike's experience. So I've listened to this program, and I understand that you have shared a point wherein when giving information to customers, we apply the shut up method or shut up strategy. So based on your experience, Mike, by providing more information about the offer, will it generate more sales, or asking the question and apply the shut up strategy will generate more sales? So which one, based on your experience, will generate more sales?
Good question. Thank you for that, Roland. For me, based on my experience, I would definitely do the asking questions, like qualifying the customers. Because when you qualify, when you ask more questions, not only you are in control of the conversation with the customer, but also you are able to find out what are their pains, what do they actually need, and then you can offer them what packages or what your products or service that would actually provide the solution to their problems. So whereas if you're gonna bombard them with all this information and whatnot, they're gonna be very confused. And again, a confused mind will never buy. Okay, so um, do like a line of questions. Okay, and you can definitely do that, especially online at the moment. You can actually put like a how do you call this, the chat box or the automated messages that you have. So having that question, a line of questions that you have, that will also make sense for the customer, what they do, what they really want, and then you can provide that solution to their problems as well.
I see. Well, thank you so much for that, Mike. And I have another question. So this is a question that my wife raised on the chat. So let me just ask this question on behalf of my wife. So based on her question is, what's the effective sales strategy for the new normal where some prospects are hesitant to do a face-to-face appointment? So let me just share to you, our company is actually a laundry shop service. So we do have 2 branches in Lapu-Lapu. And right now, we do face this kind of situation. I think it's not only for our company, but other companies as well, wherein our prospects would probably be hesitant to do face-to-face communication. So I just want to hear like third-party information from you as a speaker. Like, what do you think would be the effective sales strategy?
Perfect. Thank you so much for that information. In regards to the sales strategy for the new normal, okay, I think this is not a new strategy. I guess this is an old school strategy that actually works. We have what we call our cell phones or our telephones, okay? So calling them in regards, especially if there's a B2B, it's a business to business sales call, you have to speak to them over the phone. Or because right now we are upgrading our systems, we're definitely online. I definitely recommend having to have a visual presentation. And what do I mean by that? It's like what we use right now, which is a Zoom call. Okay, so I would definitely get that appointment with them, set an appointment, and then do a Zoom meeting. And that way it's face to face.
Thank you, Michael. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Definitely, right? How many of you are going to apply it? So if you are, we actually have some future sessions as well. So I'm going to introduce the next one who's going to do his session, I think next month or a couple of weeks from now. So this guy, I've known him personally. He is amazing with, he has this business called Paku. So I know he's very technical and logical of all of these business side of things. So I won't further introduce him. Please take over, Chef Benox, to share about what's your talk going to be about.
So next session, Bob asked me to do a special session, and he asked me to choose a topic. So the topic will be the marketing strategy called pricing. Okay, pricing is the process whereby a business sets the price at which it sells its products and services, right? Like Mike, Mike, why is it that Zoom Auto Spa charges 180 pesos for a basic wash? That's their lowest price for everybody who don't know. So compare this to the car wash in our neighborhood who just ask 90 pesos for the same wash. I mean, for still washing the car, right? Or a self-wash, which is just 20 pesos. 20 pesos to 180 pesos. Of course, what are the differences? The service, the shampoo they use, the uniqueness of the method and how they use it, the psychology of the customer going to the mall or the convenience and the place they're doing it, and a lot more. With all these factors taking into account, Mike's company Zoom Auto Spa set the price at 180 for their basic car wash. Mike, being an entrepreneur, wants to increase their sales by upselling basic wash to premium wash by adding more service and products. Therefore, we reset the price at a higher level from 180 to 60. Okay? So why that price? Okay? That will be our next session. So if you want to learn more on how to price your laundry, how to price your food, how to price during a pandemic, because in a pandemic you can price higher because of safety protocol, but people will eat less. Or you can put less, but it's a balance kasi, supply and demand. So next session, it will be discussed.
Yeah, thank you, Chef Binox, for sharing to us. I hope you're interested. So, thank you, everyone. Once again, this is your host, no, si Dave. But I'll give back the microphone and the stage to Mentor Bobby to formally close us today.
Thank you very much, Dave. Very well handled program. We stayed within our time limits. Thank you to Mike. Also to Chef Binox. Please watch out. In 2 weeks' time, we will be talking about pricing. And folks, thank you very much. And if you enjoyed this, please visit again our Facebook page. And we post so many updates there. And with your email addresses captured when you registered, you definitely will be getting our next schedules. Thank you, and see you in the next event. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you, Sir Bob. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you,
You're
everyone.
welcome.
Bye.
Welcome.
Thank
Cess.
you.
Okay.